I was right with those European places changes last season. The Premier League got an extra Champions League spot, which went to Newcastle in 5th. And then everyone else dropped down, got spots dropped down, and that loss to Chelsea actually cost us a spot in the Europa League for this season. So that was gutting, which means we've missed out on some really, really good signings for not being in Europe. But we've moved on some players and we bought a whole host of other ones in. Let's go and check them out and see if we can get past Brighton in the first game of the season. Hey guys, Woody here. Welcome back. This is episode 64? 65, somewhere there, of Oldham to Home. Yep, it is the start of another season. This is our fourth season in the Premier League. So yeah, fourth season in the Premier League. Stuff is looking really... It is fourth, I just checked. Yes, so we are here, fourth season in Premier League. We have had some upgrading to our training facilities, which is good. And we've brought in some players. We did miss out on a few, which I might touch on them as well, which is disappointing considering those European spots, which we might just show you now, actually. If we go to the Premier League, we'll check our season preview. The media think we're going to finish 15th. Well, I'm hoping to finish a little bit higher than that. But let's do stages here. We flick ahead to last season. As you can see here, Newcastle in 5th got Champions League, so that dropped Europa League spots down for Villa, Man City. And if we had beaten Chelsea on the final day, or even, if we'd beaten Chelsea on the final day, we would have grabbed a Conference League spot, but instead that went to Spurs, so frustrating. Finances-wise, I've still got 14 million to spend. We've sold a fair few players. We've got so much money in the bank, it's crazy. And we are a little bit under wage budget as well. About 100,000 actually, but I'm probably not going to spend this 14 million. I'm going to keep it because I find that there's some players coming in around in January. The scouts find some of the players, and I generally don't have any money to spend, and I don't need to spend that money at the moment. You me spending this money before the transfer window shuts. Club vision. We want the board wants mid-table, competitive, and the supporters, what do they want? They just want us to avoid relegation, but they give us B-. That's better. That's usually better than a B+, the C+ that they give us. Building a new stadium, that is happening. It's in progress. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but next couple of years are going to be moving into a new stadium. I'm hoping it's the Woody McWoodington Stadium or the Magnus Norman Stadium. That would be cool. But I think you've got to be a club, where is it? Like an icon or something. In my haze of clicking, I've clicked past it. Yes, you've got to be a legend. So I am a legend. So I could get the stadium named after me. That would be win. Let's go have a look at the transfers. We had a couple of players come in at the end of last season. 3, in fact, for a fair bit of wedge. Peter Fenlon, Irish, 26 caps for national team. I was tracking this guy for a while last season, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to pull the trigger and bring him in this season. He's only 21. He has been playing out in Lazio for 2 years since he moved from Reading. So he's got a fair bit of experience under his belt. I think he looks pretty decent. He's got still a lot of room to grow. And his marking, tackling is good here. He stays back at all times. He dives into tackles, which is probably not great, but maybe I should have noticed that before. But I like that. It's good. And obviously he's homegrown in nation as well. So Peter Fenlon, just to strengthen that defence a little bit more. Anyan Ilyanov is a Bulgarian international left winger. We needed someone more on the left wing. This guy is that. He's consistent. He is injury prone. But once again, 7.5 million from Adana Demirspor in Turkey, and he's already worth over 20-ish, 25 million. He's already made 100 appearances already, 21, nice and young. That's how I like them. But why does it always sound really, really dodgy when you're like trying to sign, young wonder kids. You can never get it out properly. Anyway, I like this guy. Good rounded stats. He's coming in squad player. I think he'll just give us a bit of boost on that left. We're a little bit short. Ruben Cunha. Dodgy last name, mate. But he is 18 years old. 2-star, 5-star potential. He's consistent already. He looks really, really good. He's got some other good stuff here as well, not exempt from registration. He's improving. I love his long shots of 16. He has come in as a squad player. He wanted a bit, only 6.5 million from Benfica. Only played one game for Benfica B, and he's coming in for a squad player for me. But at 18 years of age, I think, does he get, yes, after 1,000 days, he will be homegrown at club, which is key. What we want. Tries to play his way out of trouble with that aggression. I don't know how he's going to go with that. His flair players are good with that, maybe, but I think he's a decent player, and I'm really hoping he can, play in that shadow striker role. And they're the three there from end of last season. Players out towards the end there. Santiago Heze is the main one, our captain. Burnley came in with a bid of 8.75 million, and with potential add-ons it could go up to 10. And I was like, you know what, for a guy we got on a free who's never averaged over 7 and who's 28, that's not that old, I was like, sure, take him. So he's gone. Our captain has left. I'm a little bit gutted. I really wish he could have been a lot better, but he is a good, solid player. He was good for us. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, or no, that's the wrong way around. But he was solid for us. West Ham really, really ruined him. But 3 good seasons with us, cannot be sniffed at. Over 100 appearances. No, only 78. Oh, I thought we made more. But Santiago Heze, thank you very much. Other than that, a whole lot of loans going out there. As you can see, we sold 59 million out and 51 in. Obviously, plus that other one's there. So it's annoying how it does that. But anyway, Rul Maeda, I made his move permanent. 9 million. He's come in. He has gone out on loan to Birmingham in League One, which I think will be some good game time for him. Despite playing 5 Premier League games last year and 4 in the Cup, he definitely needs some proper game time down there to develop. Keiki obviously came in from Nottingham Forest, and then I sold him right away because I don't know what I was thinking when I signed him. And so we wasted a bit of money on him, to be fair, and then we only got $1 million back. So less said about that, the better. Lafiti, he obviously came in permanently after his 22 loans and a £20 million move. So hoping for some big stuff from him. Jose Bellman is the Spanish centre-back, or left-back. He's a centre-back with that jumping 19. He unfortunately damaged his kneecap, so he's out for 4 weeks as well, which is a real blow. We had a bit of an injury crisis, which is awful. But I love the fact that this guy's enormous, he's aggressive, he's brave, and determination there as well. So his heading's not great, but he's nice and big. So he's only made 1 appearance for Madrid and 120 appearances for the B team. But he's coming in squad player. This guy could be something special, I'm hoping. So Jose Bellman out for 4 weeks, which is great. And Ian Albert, £20 million on this left winger wonder kid. He's come in squad player as well. Once again, we've paid 20 million for him. He's not played again for Ajax, just for the B team there. And is already worth close to 50 million. So once again, that finishing as an inside forward is going to be key. His passing technique is off the chart. This guy is going to be an absolute gun player. So there are the players in. It's not a huge amount in, but the players out is the real one here. We'll focus on the really, really high ones. Jeremy Sarmiento, I can't believe I got 15 million from this guy. Sassuolo came in. I said 15 million. They said, yep, sure, no worries. And I said, sweet, 750k. What an absolute, bit of business that is. Justin Janacek, with obviously Fenlon and Belson. I want to say Belson, but I don't think that's his name. Coming in, there was no room for Justin Janasek, who is definitely not up to the standard of those guys. As you can see, my scouts always say he's a D player. So he has moved on to Besiktas for 10 million, could go up to 13.2. 3 good seasons from him, 3 solid seasons from him. I'll say very consistent performer. Didn't score a goal for us in that time, but was really, really consistent. 7 appearances off 100, but I hope he can get his career, I'd say back on track, but it was always on track. I say he can continue his top career out in Turkey. Oliver Bruss has gone. He has gone to QPR for 10 million. Once again, just we need to start upping the standard. He was a good backup player, 6-7 appearances for us, but once again, we paid 600k and we've made 10 million for him. So, it's sad to see these players go, but this is, progress. Dusan Lazic, 8.25, rising to over 10. He's gone to Watford. We signed him for 500k and he went out on loan twice. Oops. And and then we've pretty much sold him for almost 10 million. So that's what I call a good bit of business. Chris Kelly has also gone to Levante, 7.5 million. Once again, I had high hopes for this guy, but just a lack of game time there. 3.4 million, out on loan, limited appearance last season, and I'm not going to play him over Benny Couto. And he's gone down a little bit in potential ability. So best to move him on. Alexandra Pentera. He came in on that season, wasn't that good. Went out on loan. Sheffield United made his move permanent, and he hopefully has got a home now. Luka Klanik has gone to Hanover. Sad day to see him go, but unfortunately he is not the player who he is not the player who I would have liked. Basically, he was good for us in League One and the Championship, but Premier League is just a step too far for him. Played in the Bundesliga and for back home in Kresch for Hajduk Split last season, but he's down in Bundesliga Vi now, so hopefully he can keep on his career. He's only 25, so he got his cap for Croatia as well, which is good. Ennis Sally, he's gone for 1 million, don't need to touch on him. Hock, another young goalkeeper, out. Barry Clark, whole host of loan players going out here. Callum Jones is still on the books, he's gone out. Ortega, just getting some experience. There's a lot of young kids here going out on loan to get some experience. Scott Galloway, Ian Fade is still on the books here as well. He's going. Mark Beresford, they're going out there as well. Dev Centre, we've got Martin Williams and Vladimir Vasquez. Vasquez is going somewhere because he doesn't have a work permit. Martin Williamson is he going anywhere just yet? Yeah, he's going to Southend. So because we're not in Europe, giving these guys a little bit more game time, and hopefully they can, progress, and then we won't have a shortage of homegrown club players. But that's all the transfers in. Our pre-season was pretty good, only a 3-3 draw with Celtic. Otherwise, wins all across the board there as well. I did say we've got a fair few injuries. Probably best to just look at them in the squad. So we've lost Krisic. He is out for 2 weeks for a sports hernia. That looks like a groin injury, but sports hernia. Okay, sure. Film the doctor. Jose Bellman, like I said, he's got that damaged kneecap. David Hassick, he's out for 4 months with torn knee ligaments, so that's not good. And we've got Galvez was injured as well, Barrett, and we've got Ilanov, RC, and Christos Georgiou coming back as well from injury. So pretty disruptive sort of pre-season, but hopefully we can get over that. And this is how we're going to line up today for the Brighton game. We've got Bergstrom in goal. Just with Bergstrom, we had a bid come in from Bayern Munich, and they wouldn't meet his minimum fee of 14 million. So I was like, okay, I guess he's staying. And we couldn't move. Ramsdale has gone to Liverpool, and Dennis Simon's still at Newcastle, won't leave. So he's still someone that we can potentially look for next year, and there wasn't really anyone else out there. And I've got Yunus Kocher here on the bench, so he's down as a cup goalkeeper, still playing those cup games, and if Bergstrom starts getting a little bit dodgy, we'll just move him straight in. Magnus Norman is still here. He's signed a contract for another 3 years. It's going to be here forever, mate. Just how I like it. As is Benny Couto is on 26, but yeah, good stuff. Anyway, Perks in goal, Musa at right back, who was our new captain, Jimenez and Fallon in the centre of defence, Lands at left back, who's not quite fit, but they are a little bit light on. Signoni, I've changed these two here. It's now going to be Secunde Volante on attack and a ball-winning midfielder here, which actually suits Lafiti a bit better. Sorensen on the right, Chukwuemeka, Adam Ida, and Bruce Ball up front. We got RC and Giorgio on the bench, who aren't quite 100% fit, but I mean, the rest of them are absolutely hanging by a thread at this point where we're down to the bare bones. It's ridiculous. But let's go and hopefully get our Premier League season off to a great start. And we try and push for Europe because we're not going to have another season without... I don't want 2 seasons in a row without Europe. I don't think we're going to hope. I meant to touch on those players as well who we missed out on. I might do it at the end of this game. Lands now, long throw in. Bruchbol making his 100th appearance today. Oh, Lafiti. He should have scored. He really should have scored. Brighton, I noticed as well, their goalkeeper they've got, Rushworth. They signed him from QPR, who, a good season, went down. I mean, I'll tell you right now, it's hard to get goalkeepers. There's a shortage of them. I've heard there's a shortage of good right backs. I mean, we've got Musa, so we are sorted there. But yeah, I'm finding goalkeepers is one that seems to be a little bit tricky to get hold of really good goalkeepers. Adamida and Signoni. The Scotsman gets Oldham's first goal of the season and gets us off to a great start. Pushed up a little bit further in that Secunde Volante attacking role. Getting in the box, arriving late. He's there, beats Bruce Ball to the ball and puts us 1-0 to the good. Got a highlight here with Brighton clearing the ball, weirdly. Signoni now. Coming out to Sorensen on the right, hoping for a good season from him. Musa, Bruce Ball couldn't quite put it in the back of the net, but we are looking really good. Yeah, hoping from Sorensen he can get second season, really get some game time under his belt, get some consistency, stay out of the injury room, the physio's table. Bruce Ball has a pop, and the goalkeeper who I bagged out is obviously playing well because, football manager. Signoni now whips the corner in. Oh, the computer says no, I don't like that. McAllister over the ball for a free kick now, whips it in, but Jimenez heads it out. Lafiti now, Signoni pushing forward, Adamida and Bruce Ball. This has got to be a goal. Adamida doesn't need Bruce Ball, and Adamida scores his first goal of the season. Get in, Adamida. Still keeping that left-hand side. I did think about selling him, but, he's 29, and that is half-time. Yeah, Adamida, I did think about selling him as he is 29, but, he's just been such a solid player, and I do like to stay... what's the word? I do loyal. Loyal, that's the word. Oh, God. My brain is just not working. I do like to stay loyal to some of the players, like, especially those who, get in, Bruce Bell, that is 3, that is good. Yeah, I do like to stay loyal to the players as well, so I do find it hard sometimes trying to ship these guys off when they've, like Adamida helped us win the FA Cup. And the Europa League. Let's not forget that. He was awesome in that Europa League season and helped us avoid relegation in our first season. So I can't just bin him off. Too sentimental. But we are looking so good today against Brighton. Oh, so good. Musa, the captain, down this right side. Sorensen probably should have put that in the back of the net, I think. We do win the corner, though. Lands looking a bit tired. He will be someone to come off as he is wasn't quite fit at the start of the game, if you remember. And we are going to do that now. It is going to be... Can Matthias actually play left back? He can a bit as well. Interesting. How good is he at left back? 1.5 stars. He's no Benny Couto. Benny Couto coming on 2 stars. Anyone else? Signoni is having a great game, but he is looking a little bit tired as well. I think we've done enough here to make some of these changes. Christos Giorgio, I am actually training him to play right back because I feel like he can do a job there. He's actually going to struggle because we don't play a proper midfielder. Maybe I should also train him to play that Secunde Volante role as well. And now I'm just absolutely blabbing. But we are going to bring on Rajic for Signoni to play in that Seconde Volante role. He has 2.5 stars there at the moment, so looking really, really good. Animated services goal. We'll bring on Alberts for his debut, and we'll bring on Kuna as well. Just do the 4 there. We'll probably give a debut to Giorgio a little bit later. McAllister now from the throw-in. As I adjust myself in the seat, Brighton looking absolutely shot in this game. We've just come out of the blocks and just absolutely I'm saying that and then bloody score, don't I? Couldn't keep a clean sheet, Bergstrom, could ya? Nope. Final substitution. I'm going to bring Giorgio to play on the right-hand side for Sorensen. Have fun at your debut after we signed this guy 3 years ago. He's finally making his debut for us, which is bloody work permits. Anyway, Bergstrom now. Jimenez. Which is weird because I signed him from Shamrock Rovers in Ireland, but he's not Irish. Irish. He's pure Cypriot, yeah. He's 100% from Cyprus, which is just bizarre. Right now, trying to get back into this game, and they've got their tails up after that goal, but Rajic breaks that down nicely, and Lafiti over the top. Kahuna. It's not Kahuna, is it? We should change his name to Kahuna. But Kuna scores on his debut. Absolutely brilliant start. But Lafiti over the top. That is good. And Kuna here, he has Bruce Ball, but he doesn't need him. Goes around the keeper. He makes it 4 goals. Check it out. What a start to the Premier League season from Oldham. Jimenez on a yellow goes back to Bergstrom. Musa has been awesome down this right-hand side, I must say. Bergstrom now back to Fenlon, who's had a decent debut. Nothing outstanding. Benny Kudo on a yellow. Rajic over the top. That's a long ball. And I was going to say, is Kuna going to score a double on his debut? That would be crazy for an 18-year-old. Absolutely crazy. Benny Kudo now. Can he whip in this corner on someone's head? He tries to, but it is headed away, and it is Musa. And the highlight just peters out there. But look at our XG. Our XG is 4.23. Can we get a 5th here? That would be the icing on the cake. We can't. It is Kuna on the ball now. Lafiti tries a shot. Goes back. Fenlon gets it. Finds Rajic. Kuto now. And Alberts. Rajic finds Alberts. Oh, I was going to say Alberts going to make it 5. There'll be a couple of debutants. God, I cannot do words today, screwing, but in the end, that is an absolutely cracking start to the Premier League. Cracking start. Well done, boys. Someone needs to get their facts right here. Lafiti had a debut to remember. He's been with us for 2 seasons. And obviously, because he's made his move permanent. Adamita gets man of the match with a goal and assist. Premier League season kicks off. We're second, only because Man City won their game 4-0 over Aston Villa. But yeah, what a start to the season. Hat-tricks for Haaland and Sesko. Wow, great stuff. Great. Right. I'm thinking, because we've got no European football, so it's kind of like just a regular sort of season, a bit boring. I'm going to try and whiz through this season as best as we can, unless things go, pear-shaped or good or whatever. But so I don't know, we'll play like half a dozen games off camera and go from there. But I just wanted to show you the players that I missed out on. I missed out on Tomislav Thomas. This guy here, Croatian defender, looks flipping awesome. Newcastle signed this guy for 8 million, which is what I had paid, and he's worth now 100 million. Disappointing, and he's really, really good. Disgustingly good. So that was annoying. The other player we went for as well, which was another one that went to Newcastle, is Ulev Eskelak, which is good because, I couldn't really pronounce his name, but 4-star Turkish winger. He is freaking amazing as well. So really quite annoyed that we missed out here. The minimum fee of 11.5 So yeah, missing out on these two was absolutely gutting. But I guess that's, you know, that's football, and Newcastle have the money, and we have a bit of money, but not a lot. Yeah, so I'm going to play a fair few games. We might come back on somewhere around here. Might even come back to Newcastle, see if we can best them, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. If you're not yet subscribed, if you could, smash that like button as well, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.